Ziggity Zig talking his way out of, yes, sadly, bronze. This is the game after my placement match. The placement match was only. Let's have a quick look at that, and I won the split game. I give myself I think I'll give myself an 8 out of 10 for that particular split. And my opponent down here, xSoSxDejNiro. Let's just go with DeNiro. He wants to be pronounced in that particular fashion. So here we go. Yes. So the placement game was one of those disconnect ones. So I was placed based on a win that was 1 second long, and I was placed in, you guessed it, bronze. So here I am again in the bronze. So this is my first game after winning that particular game, which put me in something like 9th, 12th, or 13th place or something like that. So there we go. This is this new map. I forgot to check the name of the darn thing, but this is one of these new ones. I think it's Omegasaurus or something like that. Let's go with Omegasaurus. That sounds about right. So here I go down to scouting to make sure he's not doing anything silly, like cheesing. There was a lot of cheese in that Season 6 lockout, but I did manage to make it up a little bit, and at the end of Season 6, I didn't finish in a better placement. I didn't have a better rank than Season 5, but I had more points, and that I'm pleased with, so I am still moving up. Up and up and up and up and up and up and up. So, Season 7. Here we go, game 1 of the Season 7 playthroughs. Gas. Double gas. What the crap? Why is it going double gas before gateway? Oh no, he's got a gateway somewhere. Oh, right. This was the silly thing. Where I decide, I think, okay, something sketchy's going on. So I check him there. And I go on an attack move, but the problem is he's kind of clever here. He attack moves and gets me away from that. And I think, oh, wait a minute. You're trying to distract me from something. What are you distracting me from? Bam! There we go. Found it. Sent this pro back here. So, let's have a look and watch what I do here. Then I notice, he's killing me. And my shields are going down first, so he's going to win that. So I got to get away. So what do? I chrono out a zealot. At the same time, still trying to work on making probes, and then I think that was a forge. I remember clicking on it, and that was a forge. So he was trying to put a forge in my base, not down here in his base where it's nice and safe. No, that's not where you put a forge. So then I finally decide that one guy is kind of losing that little war. So now I need to start winning this war. So I send down Zealot and everything. He decides to come down. Oh, Zealot and 3 probes, I can take that on. Bam! Nope, that didn't work so well, so he tickled at me a little bit. Take out that. Off he goes down the hill. And now I get a little kerfuffled. I send those probes back to work. The Zealot, I try to figure out what to do here. So I send him on a little attack move, but I keep worrying that when I'm not there at the door, at the ramp, I'm sending my Zealot to search around again. When I'm not here, he must be still trying to do something. So my problem is, I just always felt like I was behind. Speaking of being behind, his Cyber Core is way out in front of mine. I'm still just trying to scout everything here. So I decide, I'll put a pylon up here, and the pylon can watch this space. Once again, I just do a quick check. Nope, don't see anything down there. I'm going to watch. So always scout your base. We've learned this a few times. Next, scout the space next to your base. Right? Now I'm at 509. So luckily, what do I find? I find a pylon. Take out the pylon. All is well. Keep working on that. I'm on 1 gate into Robo. Now, a game that I'd love to do is another one from the lockout that I played the other night. It was this dude that I met, and he beat me because he had some fast immortals and it didn't work, and my my 3-stalker rush wasn't working all that well. So since I'd already put out a Zealot, there was no point in the 3-stalker rush, so I decided to go for fast robot because that's what he does in his 3-gate robo builder, or sort of an immortal rush, just fast immortal. Put down gateway, robotics bay, or robotics facility, gateway, gateway. So that's what I was trying to do. Now we played a couple games after that, and I'm hopefully gonna go back and retrocast one of those. I forgot about it when I was doing this one because I was so excited about this game. Because I don't know, I managed to fight off that particular cheese. Cool. Next, I gotta wait and see if I get a little bit of observer. There it goes. Observer. Hurrah! Meanwhile, got the other gateways going down, and a few units. So now I'm starting to get a little bit of range, which is a good thing. I'm going to check the income here. We're both doing pretty much the same. Worker supply is very even. Army supply, I'm a little bit ahead, just because... Yeah, he's only got the one zealot right now. I may have set him back a little bit, stopping this from happening, which I'm favorable about. Now, the funny thing that's going to happen... Now, when does this happen? Oh, good. I forgot to hide that. Oh, well. So, you know, we're about halfway through the game. Just to really mess with people, let's speed it up slightly. Now... This observer goes down there. Meanwhile, I believe I'm following it up by starting to make these immortals. Aha! So here comes a small amount of pressure. With my sentry, I also beam a little bit in. He's got far more money than me, and I try to keep myself pretty safe here. Just by beaming in when I can. Keeping going. I really needed an expansion before I kept going. No, there's no way I'm ever going to remember the name of this. Pop down a forge, just so I can start working on some upgrades. Get another immortal out next. So the fact that I had these immortals, this really helped. Because look at this, right? Let's have a look. Okay, I slightly outnumber him, but he has 7 stalkers to my 3, and so he has 4 stalkers more than me, but I have an immortal and a sentry, and that's the difference. Does that make the difference? The answer is yes. That makes quite a lot of difference. Because I am able to fight a fair amount of that off. And I also managed to reinforce as well, bring in a sentry, because I lost mine, and I could use it for... he's beaming as well. Could use it for the force fields, could use it for the guardian shield. Meantime, I'm still got another immortal on the way. So he keeps coming at me here. This little charge and whatnot, which I'm fairly certain is a 4-gate. Which I eventually realized that he can't just be getting all of these units from his house. I try a little bit of micro there. Doesn't really work all that well. Down to 2-3. Forget to micro that. And then he runs away again. He runs away from the full immortal. So what do you do when he runs away from immortals? Make more immortals. A couple of zealots. I can't remember if I chronoed it or not. I might have. No, apparently not. So I just keep keeping him back because I don't feel like I have enough to go out and find him. Then I notice this going on. So he's coming in against the back door. Intriguing. Not really much I can do against that because he's got it ranged. I mean, I could try to put a force field down there somewhere, but that wouldn't really work too well. So I hope to... Oh, and he's researching Blink. Awesome. So I get a few more stalkers in. Now I've got 2 immortals. And a sentry. And now I feel like I've got enough to chase him a bit. More or less. He's sort of going the back and forth there, but... So I'm not really doing anything at the moment. My worker supply is certainly ahead of his because if you look down here, my observer has noticed that he has yet to expand, as far as I can tell. Let's go back up to where the excitement is, get another pylon down. So I'm staying on top of the stress, which I'm excited about. I go for +1. And then I go see if I can finish him off. And then I notice this. which is, I don't even know what to say about this. I was just very happy that I could beat this, and I thought, oh my god. Alright. Well, this was a really funny way to push. So he basically pushed with his Twilight Council, and he pushed... Oh, really? Am I gonna get Blink before it stops? I'm not, am I? Nope. Oh. Because I couldn't tell that anything was going on. Oh, he chronoed it as well. He had charged right afterwards. Okay, so his Blink is done. Now he's getting... That's interesting. So I'm still trying to reinforce. So he has no army supply at the moment. And I'm beating him in worker supply, so the income's got to be pretty hot. Oh, yeah, I got him there. Units, he's got 2 sentries. So I decide that seems to be the end of his forward momentum. I probably should have kept checking, because you never know what he's got over there. But I decide that I've got a bit of an army here. Let's get another Immortal. Let's get a couple more Stalkers. Do I? I didn't have any sentries, so I probably wanted to reinforce with some sentries, but I thought, now's the time to go. And there's the attack move to right next to the tower, and then you take the tower. And then you notice this, which actually I knew was there and had been there for quite some time. I get my Twilight Council down next. My +1 is done, so my dudes are now +1, which is awesome. So funny, weird, cannon forge rush, maybe, followed by proxy Twilight Council. It doesn't quite get my observer. I managed to get it out of there, and the observer comes down to join my main army, which I come down and invade with a proximity pylon. So yeah, proxy forge, possible cannon rush, stopped, into proxy Twilight Council 4-gate pressure, into... I can't remember if there's one more slice of cheese he's got left, or if I just... Oh yeah. Alright, I'm 81/37 here. Now, the one mistake I'm not making here is I'm not checking for bases here. I'm not checking for a... Well, I knew there was no second, but that doesn't mean that he couldn't have floated down here or come up the side. So you never know. I am huge into the minerals. None of the... Oh, yeah, now I notice. Well done. Idiot. So I managed to get a bit more there. Start to do things like beam in some zealots, because that's all I can afford. So he's brought a probe down, but he's not really doing all that much with it. Blocks off his ramp, so I say, alright, you know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to fall for that. I'm going to sit, wait over here. I know you're not moving out. I've got Immortals. I have a bit of an upper hand, so I play a little bit of a waiting game here. Meantime, I bring a few more in. I think I've got... No, I still don't have any sentries, so it probably would have been good to have a couple of sentries with me, but there was so little he had left here. So I managed to hold off a bit of a 4-gate. I managed to stop a little bit of cheese. I mean, it probably wasn't the best. Let's have a look. Well, hey, I'm up to about 30 APM. That's not bad. See, he was kind of high up there, but yeah, for the most part, I don't know. Either I played really well, or he didn't play quite as well as he could have. So that was my first win, and as of now, I'm undefeated in Season 7 because I've only played 3 games. So, and one of them was a DC fail. So, well, leave me a comment, send me an email, ziggyzig@gmail.com, or you can follow me on Twitter @ZiggyStarcraft. There's plenty more where this came from. Daily videos, including some new ideas. Griff and I have had some fun ideas, so we're going to be doing... No more... I don't think we're going back to the cafe. Tonight is cafe night. So if you follow any of our tweets, you can follow @ThatGuyGriff, and he'll let you know that we're live streaming tonight, Tuesday night. What's that? Like 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, if anyone's in North America. That's about enough out of me. So, yeah. Ramble, 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 ramble. Stay tuned.